Thank you, man.
All right, so we have linebacker Jimmy Ciarlo with us today. Ken McMillan, you can start.
Hi, Jimmy. Ken McMillan from the Times-Herald Record.
Hi, how you doing, sir?
Good, Jimmy. What are your quick thoughts headed into UTSA this weekend?
We're just excited for another chance to compete, really. Just another chance to get a win. It's hard coming off a loss, but that's in the past. We're forgetting about it, and we're really looking forward to another chance to just get a win.
Yeah, can you elaborate on that? I was going to ask you. You have all that preseason, you have all that hype going into the opener, and then you come out and lose the opener. How tough is it to overcome that?
It's definitely not what you want, especially, like you said, there's such a long buildup, but, we got in the film room, we corrected the mistakes, and then you got to have short-term memory about it. And so we got past that pretty quick, and we're just focused on the next week. And we play a lot more football games coming up here soon. So
can you summarize in general what it is that did not happen last weekend that you needed to fix this week?
Yes, sir. I think what it really boiled down to was just communication and missed assignments is really what hurt us the most. I think going into this week, if we'll just play with good fundamentals, good eyes, communicate with each other, we got a lot of guys who care. So we're getting extra work, in the meeting room, making sure we're all on the same page, making sure everyone knows their assignments, up to date with the new changes and everything. So I think that was the biggest mistake we made last week, and that's the biggest thing we're correcting going into this week.
Is that a product of getting the front seven working together for the first time?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Is that a product of the front seven working together for the first time?
What do you mean by that? Just on the field, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, certainly. For a lot of guys too, it was for myself included, it was the first start. So, going into it, you got some nerves, and then it just becomes muscle memory. So definitely, I think that factors into it too. A lot of guys seeing the light for the first time. And so that's just what we're looking forward to correcting.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Joe?
Hi, Jimmy. Joe Iacono with GoBlackKnights.com. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Good. So UTSA quarterback Frank Harris obviously is a really strong weapon for them. Dual threat quarterback, led the team in rushing last week with 63 yards on 8 carries, as well as his ability to throw the ball. He threw for 337 yards, I believe, last week. So what kind of strategies are you guys using? What kind of threats does he present to the defense? And, maybe you can't completely shut him down, but kind of what are you guys going to try and do to at least contain him so that he doesn't hurt you guys with both his arm and his legs?
Yes, sir. So that goes back to just like playing with the best fundamentals, playing with good eyes. Schematically, we're really not changing much. Whatever Coach Woody has on the docket, and we believe that he'll call as close as he can to a perfect game. We really trust in his system and the coaches we have up in the press box. And so schematically, we're not changing much. We're just going to play football. Everyone's going to play with great effort. Not worried about that. Coach Woody will call a great game. We're not worried about that. I think what it boils down to is playing with good fundamentals, playing with our assignments, and just communicating well.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Jimmy, one more. You mentioned before that was your first start. What was that like for you?
Yes, sir. So it was really exciting. I've been blessed enough for my past 2 years to get some playing time on special teams in the last year, and some of the games we were up by a little bit to get on some defense as well. So it was really exciting. It's kind of what you work for throughout your whole college career is get your first start. And so that was really exciting for me. But then it's really just focused on the ball game. So after the nerves set off, it was really, like I said before, just muscle memory. It was really exciting. It was really fun to play like all the guys going through the process together, seeing everyone who, we came in as freshmen together, all out on the field at the same time.
Yeah. What's it like to be playing before a home crowd this Saturday?
Oh, it's exciting. There's nothing like Mikey Stadium. And, it's really cool. You got the people who, are on your left and your right and you're, in your class at 8 a.m, coming out and supporting you. It's really a cool feeling.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Jimmy.
Thanks, sir. Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen.
We'll have Cade Ballard in a minute. All right, we have quarterback Cade Ballard here. Ken, you can start.
Hi, Cade. Ken McMillan from the Record.
How you doing?
Good. Hey, Cade, what are your takeaways from game one as a team, but also from yourself?
Well, we lost. I think that's takeaway number one. I thought overall we played well. We played hard and executed for most of the game. Just, as a team, just a couple errors here and there that kind of cost us. And, we played a really good team. They were well coached, really good, played very hard, had a good scheme. I thought we played well overall, and just a few things that kind of kept us back. And, we got to be better this week. And that's what we've been working on this week, is correcting those errors and trying to play well on Saturday. And me, executed some and made some errors that cost us as well. So that's kind of how I feel about that.
You're confident that the offense you guys are running will work better this week against UTSA?
Yeah, I think we have some great stuff on offense. I think we executed most of the game very well, and we had a great plan going in. And, like I said, we executed most of it, and I thought it was great. And, we just came up short, unfortunately, against a really good football team. We've moved on to UTSA, and, we're ready for this Saturday.
And last thing, just tell me about, working multiple quarterbacks. I mean, Army's been doing that now for almost 3 seasons, and you've been part of that. Just what's it like having the multiple quarterbacks at UNT?
Yeah, I think it's a good dynamic. I think, in our offense, especially, it's physically demanding, mentally demanding, and to kind of split the workload up I think is good. Like you said, it's been effective for several years now, and I think it's good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Joe?
Good afternoon, Cade. Joe Iacono with GoBlackKnights.com. How are you doing this afternoon?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, so Cade, you mentioned you guys need to improve some things and want to work on some things going into game 2. Specifically for you, what's been kind of your number one priority in terms of trying to improve between week 1 and week 2?
I think just our plan each week now. We're, if you don't understand offense by now, you're in trouble. So I think just each week, the way we kind of want to, kind of attack people, and the plan that Coach Davis and all his offensive coaches put together, and just honing it in and making sure that we're good with everything. I think that's the biggest thing each week now, is just narrowing it down and making sure we're good with the game plan, and making sure we can execute on Saturday. And that's what it comes down to, is, going in and executing the game plan, and, making no mistakes.
And follow-up and final question, UTSA, their run defense performed really well last week against Houston. They only gave up 3.2 yards per carry. Any specific challenges that you see with their defense that makes them really strong and a good team to compete against, in terms of, what you see they present for challenges for you guys?
Yeah, I think this is another well-coached football team, especially on defense. They're well-coached, they're intentional with what they do, and their personnel, I mean, they're really good. They won 11 or 12 games last year and maybe won their conference. Just a tremendous team, and, all around really good, very athletic. We just gotta execute our game plan and play well as a team and complement each other. And, it's in Mackey Stadium, and we're excited to play at home, and just, that'll give ourselves the best chance to win.
All right. Thanks, Cade.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to Ken and then to Sal.
Cade, you obviously made the start against UTSA a couple of years ago. I know it's ancient history, but does that help you with preparation for this game mentally?
I think playing in that game 2 years ago, I mean, it gave me the confidence. I wouldn't just say against this, this team as much as just knowing I can execute it at this level. That was a different team. That was 2 years ago. I think kind of a, same head coach, but a different staff on the defensive side. And I think, it just gives me confidence that I can play at this level, not necessarily against one opponent, but I think mentally it just helped me understand that I could still get it done, especially at this level.
Last year, Army won 4 games, lost 3 games, won 4 games. So you know what streaks are like. How important is it? How easy or difficult is it to get off the schneid?
I think that, when the rope starts to slip a little bit, you got to grab it and get it going in the right direction. Like I said, we moved on to this week, and, momentum in the season is big, but, we take it one game at a time, one practice at a time, and just try to get better each week and have the best plan we can have each week to go out and perform and execute to the highest level to give ourselves the best chance to win.
So the mood's been good this week?
I think so. Coming off a loss, usually that's when you have your greatest sense of urgency, coming off a loss to practice hard, be intentional, and correct the errors that got you beat the previous week. And I think we've done a good job of that this week, and just moving into the weekend, and we're excited to play at home and against a great opponent, and just go out and execute.
Thanks, Cade.
Thank you.
Sal?
Hey, Cade, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to ask you personally, what does it mean to you to play at Michie Stadium? How you feel about playing at Michie Stadium?
Yeah, that's one of the most historic stadiums in all of college football. And it's a blessing for me to play in it and, be a small part of that history. That, the players that have played in it, the great coaches that have coached in it, and, to be in present day and continue that. I think for me that I'm a big, especially sports history guy, and obviously in Army football history, since I play here, it's just, I take great pride in it, and I know everybody in our locker room does, to honor that tradition and to try to play as well as we can play in that stadium. And, the core will be there, which is very exciting. They always bring great energy, and, the stands will probably be pretty full on Saturday, and, just excited to be in that atmosphere again.
Yeah, awesome. Just one other question we talked about the cohesion and the tightness of the quarterbacks with you and Tyre and Jamel and Bryson in the room. Is there something as a group that you guys talked about this week that maybe you guys wanted to lock in on?
I think just execution. Like I said, that's what it comes down to on Saturday. Everybody's emotional on game day on both sides. Everybody has the best plan they have to be able to execute and win a game. And it just comes down to who can execute better and limit the mistakes. And that's what we've harped on all week in the quarterback room, in the offensive meeting room. And as a team, is just, we have to complement each other better, and we have to play better and execute better. And that's what it'll come down to, and who can make fewer mistakes.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That's all we got today.